What's going on, natural bodybuilding world? John Bossy here, covering the Utah Pro Bowl, and I'm here with the winner of the men's bodybuilding overall, Andrew Burton. Andrew finally nailed that INBA Pro card after several really impressive placings at other shows, and is now eyeing, I believe, the Team USA and future shows down the INBA circuit later this year. Tell us a little bit about your plans and your reflections on the win tonight.
This was the first Utah Pro Bowl. The USSC put it together.
So you'd mentioned prior to winning your pro card that you were thinking about looking to really nail that overall at the amateur at the Olympia. Will you still be looking to do that, or will you be looking to use your pro card this year?
This federation lets you go in the amateur and the pro class if you're a pro, as long as you haven't won money. I'll have to really think about things and kind of talk to my coach and my trainers and get their input on it. Once I go into the pro class, I don't think I want to compete in the amateur class anymore. And so it's something I'll have to think about, because the plan this year was to go through the amateur class all year. Plans can change and you got to adjust and adapt. So I don't know what the plan is right now. I know I'll be at the USA in 2 weeks, and I'll be at the Olympia in 8 weeks. Whether I'll be in the pro class is yet to be determined.
Fair enough. And then additionally, let's talk a little bit about, I guess, your contest season. So you mentioned you're about 2/3 of the way through your prep. How's your weight change, your diet change, just kind of a general gist of how you map that out to get you dialed in for the natural?
Something Phil Ricardo has taught me is really doesn't matter how much you weigh on stage. It's just a number, and you can kind of gauge where you're at compared to last year, and that's subjective to how tight you come in. So I was about 205 this off season, just kind of spent a lot of time powerlifting. Didn't really be that concerned about staying that tight. I've dieted for 15 weeks now. I've come down about 20 pounds. So I was 185 earlier this week before I dropped my water for the show. So I think I was, mid to high 170s. My body will do what it needs to do for me to come in where I think I need to come in at Olympia, and you got to come in tight at that show or you're going to get stomped on. So we'll see, maybe come down a few more pounds. It might be quite a few more pounds. I'll just, take the steps I think I need to take to come in tight and let the body follow.
Sure. You mentioned powerlifting. Could you tell us a little bit about some of your best lifts, some of your totals, and how you think that interfaces into training as a natural bodybuilder?
I think bodybuilding goes hand in hand with powerlifting. One's a strength sport, one's aesthetic. If you want to grow big muscles, pick up heavy stuff. That's why we go to the gym, and the more you can pick up and move around, the more you can stress out the muscle and repair it. Me and my training partner, Jason Hansen, will bench really heavy once a week, and then we'll alternate our weeks for heavy deadlifting and heavy squatting. But when we're in the off season, we'll go, maxes almost every week. And, we might, in our training cycle, we'll train it up a little bit and maybe go for 80% maxes and more reps. But we don't like to use wraps on our deadlift so that we can just really put as much tax on the body and the nervous system as we can to kind of freak it out and make it grow. So I think you got to do both. You got to squat heavy and you got to deadlift if you want to grow big legs and a big back.
Very true. Definitely important muscle groups that win shows. Any final thoughts, reflections on the show, people you want to thank?
I want to thank Jason Hansen and Team Body Evolution and David Edgell in the shop for helping me on my journey and everything they teach me, and putting up with me on days like today when I'm hard to handle backstage, kind of go a little crazy. So wouldn't be able to do it without them. Shout out to Philip Ricardo, always supporting all the teammates. He's kind of, the best of the best, one of the best out there. He's on that list of name of bodybuilding icons. Shout out to him, and just thanks to everybody that supports the sport so we can come do this.
Very good. All right. Well, I've heard awesome things about you from both Mike Newman, Kiyoshi Moody. A lot of people think you got a really bright future ahead of you, and we look forward to seeing you compete in future shows this year. And years beyond as a new PNBA pro. Until next time, this is John Bossy here at the Utah Pro Bowl with new PNBA bodybuilding pro Andrew Burton and Inside Natural Bodybuilding. Thanks for watching.